Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's today, Thursday? Oh man, it's Thursday, Throwback Thursday. That's crazy. All right, so I am having a random pop up live. So if you're watching, welcome, tune in. If you're here watching me, just drop a comment in the comment section. I hope you're doing good today. There's a lot going on that I want to unpack and just talk really raw off the cuff, like I always do, because you guys know that's how I am in general. So it's been a tough week. It's been a real heavy, hectic week, especially with legislation when it comes down to Florida. And I figure, what is the best way I could talk about this? And you know, this is coming from my own perspective and from my overview. And there's really no other way to do it. And I'm looking forward to this conversation. I don't have any guests on here. This is not like a formal live, so bear with me. I'm just really just going to be just going live with everybody and just having a good time. So appreciate if you're tuning in. Just let me know if you could hear me. I'm just going to check on my phone really quick. Give me a second. I'm just going to make sure. Real quick, give me a second. Okay, yeah, it's working. I can hear myself. Cool. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about today is wow, so much is going on in the state of Florida. And I have been seeing different posts and things about what is going on and the impact of people there. And for those of you guys don't know, excuse me, drinking tea, so sometimes that happens. But anyways, um, I'm born and raised from South Florida, so that is still my home. Even though I moved to Texas, it's a big deal. And the fact that I have a platform, I'm going to use my voice and I'm going to say what I got to say and do what I got to do. So the biggest thing, and my heart goes out, is for the trans community. Um, there's people that have made posts that I've seen that can't even get health care right now. And originally, when this ban passed, I believe it was last week, and I want to get the actual, let me get the actual bill number. So in case you're interested, it's HB 1421, prohibiting healthcare for transgender adults and youth. Now, it's sad to see this happen. And at first it was very confusing. Some people thought, oh, well, it's just people that are on Medicaid, Medicare, government type insurance. But come to find out that is not the case. I have friends and people that I care about in Florida that are very impacted with this right now. And it's completely messed up. And they don't deserve this. And I'm completely disappointed in our legislation on both sides. It has nothing to do, I'm not even going to just say Democrats, Republican, anyone that's just conservative or cares or is fascist and cares about hate. This is the time that's showing right now. And it's crazy to me that we think that we should be policing people to this extent. I couldn't imagine if I were to tell someone, oh, by the way, I'm not taking care of you anymore. From a healthcare, do you know that healthcare is already a huge issue in America? Like, seriously, it is a big issue. It's a billion-dollar industry. And number two, it's needed. Health insurance is extremely expensive, especially if it's a PPO plan, something that's going to really take care of someone. It's already expensive. Two people work their jobs and pay their taxes. There are trans people and LGBT people that have homes. They pay their rent on time. They pay their mortgages on time. They don't deserve to be targeted like this. And when it comes down to it, the price will be paid as a state. And I'm going to tell you some more facts of what's going on. Now, the other thing that was also passed is banning diversity and inclusion in the colleges. And this is impacting fraternities. And all of this language, I feel, is just stemming back down to discrimination and blatant racism. And anyone that wants to call it something else is completely asleep, and you're choosing to be ignorant. And I always say this. I had this conversation with someone the other day. And I said this a couple months ago. I said, listen, at this point, if you just want to have a blind eye to what's going on right now, it's because you think you're not going to be impacted. And I found it funny how when Disney pulled out of their $3 billion investment deal in Florida, that's when, Senator Rubio decides to speak up and Chris Scott comes out of the woodworks and they decide, oh, no, 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 this is too much. Oh, because y'all realize that the economy in Florida is going to be messed up. And this is why I feel advisory boards are so important. Having community members to be a part of these governing boards from legislation is so important because you're making decisions for communities that you just don't care about and you're not knowledgeable about. Excuse me. You're just not knowledgeable about. Excuse me, I take a tea break. By the way, my tea is like really cold right now. So overall, I'm actually I think I'm gonna keep this kind of short, but it's just back to back, back to back. And my heart has been really heavy on all of these issues to see this crumble the way it is. But here's the thing: I don't want to stay so much on the issues. I'm going to also go into the solution in a moment. Now, if you're thinking about going to Florida and you are someone, I don't even care if you have a green card, you need to be very careful and vigilant or just not travel there at all. That's why there's a travel advisory going on right now in Florida. Because, I mean, literally, if you're caught in a car with someone that's an immigrant, you're going to go to prison. Like, you're going to go to jail for that, which is crazy. Construction sites are thousands of people on TikTok stopping work because if their employer is caught with E-Verify, which is a system to make sure the person's a U.S. citizen, they're got their papers. That if they're not, they're charged $1,000 a day as an employer for not reporting that. Hospitals also need to report that these folks are undocumented. Now, here's the other side of the fence. There are people in all communities, Black and even brown, Hispanic people, that agree with some of these bans. And that just goes to show why I don't put past these issues with anybody until you have real conversations. And it's just like the abortion bill. Although I don't think abortions are great or ideal, but if you think about the incest and rapes, I said this to a Republican I met, because I ride bikes and I met someone randomly and we were talking about it. Older guy, Gen Xer. And he was like, when I brought that up, I said, oh, okay, you agree with the abortion thing, da, da, da. I said, well, did you think about incest and rapes? And he's like, oh, well, that part I definitely don't agree with. And I said, that's the problem. They put these laws and bills in place without thinking about the bigger impact. And sometimes I wonder, case in point, just an example. If any one of their family members were being affected by any of these laws, would they change their perspective? Things that make you go, The last thing I want to leave you all with this podcast, a little short, sort of, is this world, well, specifically Florida, let's not put the whole world, but we're kind of getting there. This is starting to seem very, very Nazi-like. And it's crazy that I thought this, but someone else that's not even in my, this is a Caucasian person, a white person that said this and was like, there's no case in point of what I'm saying, but it's crazy how we're both thinking the same thing. Like, this is so like, if you don't look this way, if you don't act this way, I need to get you in line. And I just feel like at this point, the Gen Xers are doing a lot of damage. The baby boomers are doing a lot of damage because you're scared and you're trying to force all this control and you're creating chaos. Chaos also creates more crime, creates more scarcity. But I also know, because everything is a system, that scarcity also allows them to create more control. Now, what is my solution or what I would like to see? At this point, this is a PSA really for more millennials and Gen Zers to get involved from a political level. Too many people are watching the president. To be honest, I don't care about the president that much, to be quite honest, because it's the local level that is the most dangerous. You have commissioners, you have Congress, you have mayors, and you have the state legislature. And it's so many parts to the puzzle that makes a big impact. Now, don't get me wrong; all aspects are important, but it's the areas that they don't want us to focus on that I think we need to be more aware. But the last thing I'm going to say is, I feel like the younger generation is what we need. My generation and the generation coming up behind me are going to be the ones to be more radical and be more innovative and productive, because all of this is us going backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really taking us backwards. And it's not right. It's totally wrong. I'm not going to say anything else because I'm not trying to give the algorithm any more help with DeSantis or anything like that. But that's just my quick little 15-minute thoughts. This was really cool. I'm actually thinking maybe I'll do a little bit more pop up thoughts if you guys like these conversations. But I would love to know what your thoughts are if you live in Florida, if you're impacted by all of this, if you have family in Florida. And yeah, you don't have to be a part of LGBT community to speak up. You don't have to be black or brown to speak up. But you know in your heart is wrong. And last but not least, last but not least, to be blindsided to think that kids are going to be groomed. You all are literally using the word groom from women that talk about being, I don't want to say predatory. Well, yeah, predatory towards men, where they're seeking girls at a young age. You're using all this language and lingo to try to create this fake facade of an issue that didn't even exist. So many people I know. I mean, I've been in places of corporate America where guys would be like, "Yeah, we went to this drag show, we went to this," but it was nothing but fun and comedy for them. That was it. It was simple, clean fun. Now it's, oh yeah, because he says something, he's a political person, it's an actual issue. No, it's not. You just want to pick at people that are happy, picking at people that are living their lives, enjoying their lives, but you're not. You're miserable, and you want other people to be miserable with you. Well, anyways, I'm gonna keep this short. I feel like I said what I was gonna say. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a lot of audio podcast styles. I don't even care to be perfect. I'm okay if I have a little bit of slurs or whatever. This is the type of work that I love. Authentic. Excuse me. It doesn't have to be orchestrated. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this is an overall message to you listening, even a reminder to myself that be who you are, continue to fight for what's right, and stay strong. I'm just really scared and not scared. I'm just really sad and hoping that just please hold on. People in the communities, all these various communities I've named today, like seriously, please just hold on. And people are going to continue to fight for you. And my thing is, I just think about the suicide rates. That's it. And a lot of you all think you're above this. You think you're safe in your homes and all that. But you will be next, because the way I see these bills coming out like candy, there will be something else impact you in your household. And then by the time it gets to that, it will be too late. So again, this was more of a serious tone, I know. I hope you all enjoy this conversation. I will be doing the liberty of starting a petition as well. And I know I'm not there, but looks like I will be traveling because there is a rally getting ready to happen in July. If you guys didn't see it, I'm gonna show you real quick. Whoops, I just realized you can't hear me. Let me go back. Okay. So We the People, July 2nd, it's a national march. This is fighting for all the issues going on with the legislation in Florida. Definitely get involved. With anyone you know, share, 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 share. And last but not least, Financial T, we're kicking off our empowerment series. And I'm so, so, so happy and excited about this June 15th at 7 p.m. It's going to be here in Houston, Texas. We're going to be serving throughout the South. We are a nonprofit organization, and we're all about financial literacy, but from a different angle. If you haven't can tell by now, my podcast, I'm very unconventional. I'm not that gray area. This is for people that really want to learn and take their lives to the next level. I'm not here to teach you, just budget save. No, 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 no. This is about you learning how to invest your money. This is learning how to feel more empowered about money, fixing our money beliefs, or not even fixing, just making our money beliefs even better, a better connection with money. I feel it is so important. So that is what we're going to start with, which is super exciting. And then goal setting, and you'll be able to learn about what are stocks, what is e-commerce, what is how to invest with real estate, how I buy my first house, what is credit, how does that work, business credit, all these various topics I could name all day. But anyways, if you enjoyed this live, all I ask is you share the video, comment your thoughts if you feel like doing that, which I would love to know your thoughts. And also make sure you go to ftlife.org if you want to check out Financial T. And if you're interested in what's going on with the march, I believe it is wethepeople.org. So definitely check that out. You also can scan the barcode here. And I will also be putting the links in the comment section of my video. So again, this is Carson Knows Best Podcast, Carson C. Graham. Thank you so much for listening. A lot of you are like, well, where is he coming with this? So if you didn't know already, I started out as an activist, community activist, and mobilizer. I have sat on 7 different national boards. Not anymore, but I had and I've served, and I'm always here to amplify and to bring issues to the forefront. And I will use my resources and connections to the best of my ability because I'm here to make a difference. This is not about me. This is about people as a whole, and people deserve nothing but the best. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all in the next one or whenever I go live, a little pop-up live. All right, y'all. Have a good one.